Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Eric coming in from the Blank Spot Sublimation Blanks and Supply Store, and we want to get started like right away talking about this topic. Um, it's business, guys. How prepared were you? How prepared were you when you got started in business? How prepared were you when you got started in business? So I'm gonna give you guys a little time to answer that question, and want you to think about it. Want you to think about it. And it is a serious question because a lot of people get started in business with different expectations. Grand rising to everybody. Thanks for jumping on. If you send this broadcast for the first time, feel free to drop a number one. Just want to gauge the temperature of the room. And if you've been here before, feel free to drop a number two. How prepared were you when you got started in business? And did you have other expectations, or do you think you had realistic expectations? Something that's very important as we go forward in business. There's a lot of different types of businesses out there, a lot of different types of ideas out there. This is Saturday, guys, and people like to think of this as business owners. We like to think of this as business Saturday. I know when we get ready to start shopping for the Thanksgiving holidays, the Black Fridays, and things like that, we're going to call it Small Business Saturday. But I like to call every weekend, every Saturday, Business Saturday, because if you're a business owner, you don't take off. You can see my shirt right now. It says no days off. Compliments of T-shirt man Los, no days off. So, uh, hey, what's going on, Los? Thanks for jumping on. Souls of Strength, thanks for jumping on. Um, and there's no need to be embarrassed. Got my mom on Instagram. Hey, mom, how you doing? She took her a walk this morning. I took me a walk this morning. Feeling kind of refreshed and ready to go. But I want to have a conversation with you, with you all, if you allow me to have this conversation with you. Let me grab some water real quick. So my name is Eric, coming in from the Blank Spot Sublimation Blanks and Supply Store located in Columbia, South Carolina. We talk about business, front end of business, back end, side end, all that stuff, right? And want to have conversations with people who want to have conversations about business with people who are just getting started, or even if you've been in business for a while. But I want to have the types of conversations that people don't talk about in business. Of course, there's a difference between just getting started and being established. However, what did you think about? What did you think about? What did you think business was going to be like when you got started? Were you prepared? Is it what you expected? A lot of people get started in business and they have these unrealistic expectations about what business is, mainly because we join or start a business based off of watching somebody else, following somebody else, what they're doing, their success, the things that they're accomplishing. So you got to ask yourself a question. Is this what I thought it was going to be? And am I going to keep on doing it? Is it giving you what you want? Got a couple of comments over here. Not prepared at all. My overhead was crazy, embarrassed enough. Hey, there's no need to be embarrassed. There are some things that happens to us in business when we get started that we don't expect. And I'm just going to be honest with you. There's no way to totally prepare for everything that could and may go wrong. There's absolutely no way to prepare. They say, hey, you know what? If you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes we don't know what to get ready for. Okay. I didn't have expectations. It's way more than what I thought it would be. Not giving up though. Absolutely. That's that spirit. You got to keep on pushing. As my mom says, keep moving. Every inch of movement forward is forward progress. So we can't expect to get where we want to be overnight. Remember, many of us have transitioned from a life of working a job. That's all we knew, working a job. And then all of a sudden, here it goes that we are starting a business with no idea of what to expect. No guidance. Many of us, the only guidance that we've had was online because a lot of us started during this epidemic. Thankfully, we have some great coaches and mentors, people that we trust, first of all, and that we don't have a problem with, going to and asking questions. But also the confidence level. As you go forward in business, you will build your confidence. But there are some things that we don't expect. Like the young lady said, the overhead. The overhead is crazy. Even as our business is a traditional business, we have a brick and mortar. We have to think about the building. We have to think about the utilities. We have to think about the alarm for the building. We have to think about the insurance for the building and for the business. We have to think about then the inventory. We have to think about the inventory. That's important as well. So that overhead is and can be expensive, but you have to also understand that there's levels to business. There's different levels to business. As I was talking about yesterday, there's levels to this depending on where you are in your business and where you want to go and grow in your business. So if you guys are just jumping on, my name is Eric. If you see this broadcast at a later date via our YouTube, because we are live YouTube right now, if you see this broadcast later at a later time via YouTube, make sure to drop your city and state, drop a comment, like, share, and tag, and don't forget to subscribe. Grand rising to everybody who's joining us. We're talking about, and I'm just going to be answering some questions, and I want to do a Q&A, but I also want to have this conversation. Is this what you expected? Did you expect what you're getting out of this when you start a business? Have you started a business? Or are you still just playing around? Do you have one toe in and one foot out? Or are you in there and actually, attempting to make this thing work? There's several parts of business. And it's a lot easier being that we have, it's me and my wife, and we're working as a team, and we're able to separate or divide up different responsibilities. We got Josh Tripp on the line on YouTube, says, I'm trying to start a custom business. Hey, do me a favor, drop your city and state. We love to know where you're coming in from. It's still a challenge with two heads. It's still a challenge with four hands, but two heads are better than one, and four hands are better than two. So definitely helps to have someone that's in it with you. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. And we get on here at least 3 times a day talking about business, the front end of your business, the back end of your business, things that you can use to hopefully help you to be more successful in your endeavors in business. Anybody out there looking to start a business, it's really going to depend on what your needs are as your business. It's going to depend on your products and your services. It's definitely going to depend on what state you're in. It's going to depend on your customer base, who you're wanting to reach. But I would definitely not have a problem with connecting with you on a one-on-one basis. So if you're interested in learning or knowing more about getting started in business, the basics, of course, not everybody wants to get started by establishing an LLC. Not everybody wants to. However, different situations for different people, different states, different businesses. So different liabilities. Definitely. I know you've said before, but how can we set up a consultation with you and your wife? Feel free to message me. Message me and I'll send you our calendar. It's too easy. We have a calendar, and it won't be through this business. It will be through our business building company. But absolutely, I would be more than happy to set up a consultation with you. Let's talk, y'all. Is this what you thought this was going to be? What expectations did you have? Are you do you find yourself struggling? Do you find yourself wanting to give up? I want to have a real conversation with real people, because remember, guys, most of us, all we have known is working a job. Let's be honest. All many of us have ever known is working a job. I was one of them. My wife and I were one of them. All we knew was working a job. And it took me a while to grasp the concept that business is not for it took me a while to grasp the concept that everybody's not for business. I believe that everybody should own a business, some type of something, because think about it. You got to have another stream of income. So you can call it what you want to, but if you're making money from it, it's a business. All right. But yeah, what did you expect? Maine, okay. Okay. All right, Victoria. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. So, what did you expect out of business? Did you start because you wanted to make some extra money? Or did you start because somebody said that you can make a lot of money? I mean, let's be honest. I work full time and just ordered a heat press for side income. Okay. Let's address that. Let's address that side income, because this is something that affected a lot of people during the epidemic. During the epidemic, a lot of people before the epidemic, people needed side income, or shall I say additional income. Okay. Additional income. And I think we all can use some extra money. I mean, by a show of hands, if you're on the call, if you could use some additional money, drop a number 2 in the comments. Someone says, I've got tired of paying people to make stuff, so I decided to start making stuff, and it turned into a business. Drop a number 2 if you guys can use some extra money. Thanks for jumping on. As you do come on, drop your city and state, please, and thank you if you have not done so. I see a couple of 2s. Victoria says, trying to start this by myself. My husband works full time, so I'm home with a 9-month-old, and yes, definitely looking for help. Just want to get out of the truck. I got you. All right. People are definitely coming in. So, did you start because you wanted additional money? Or did you start because somebody said that you can make a lot of money? There's a difference. There's a difference. Because one of them could lead to greed. One of them could definitely lead to greed. So you got to be careful about that, okay? You got to be careful about that. Statesboro, Georgia, I know where that's at. We used to live in Hinesville. I'm prior military, so I know where that's at. I used to pass through Statesboro to go to Augusta, Georgia for school. I need to know, y'all. Did you start because you wanted some extra money? Or did you start because you heard somebody say, you know what, you can make a lot of money doing this? Not what I thought it was going to be. I thought about giving up so many times. Listen, one thing that we don't do is we don't give up. We may take a step back to regroup. But we definitely don't give up. We may take a step back to adjust to what's going on in our lives, but we don't give up. Because here's the thing, just as we're about to give up, just because we're about to give up, right when we're about to give up is when our breakthrough comes. That's Big Boy. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Big Boy, you were driving trucks. And you say you want to get out of the truck. Okay. Just when we're about to have our breakthrough, then we quit. So we can't do that. Quitting should not be an option unless you quit every yesterday. I said that yesterday, guys. So yesterday I had some challenges yesterday. Had some challenging customers yesterday. Had some other things going on. And every yesterday I quit. So everything that happened back then is back there. Absolutely. Everything's back. And today's a new day. Every day is a new day. Let's see. Additional money. I wanted extra money. Just now getting my business started. My plan is to launch in the fall. Started because I want another stream of income. Okay. Just started because I needed to make money because it's my dream. Okay. Make money and because it's my dream. Okay. You're right about that. I started because I started my business during / after the epidemic because I wanted to start my own business. Okay. Really seeing how creative I could be, testing my mind. Grand rising to you, Sparktacular Rocks, drop the city and state, please and thank you. So let's talk about this money thing. I'm not gonna go all in, but let's talk about this money thing. Everybody needs money. In this world, we need money to survive. And a lot of people started businesses because they needed money because they knew that their job was only going to pay them so much. Or the epidemic actually stopped you from making that money that you much needed to take care of your family because you may have created some debt. You may have created some habits, a lifestyle that you want to live. And you realize that, you know what? I got a skill set and I got a craft. You may have started something. You may have started something that you were doing at work. You may have started something that you was doing at work. Something that you learned at your job, whatever the case. But the question is, and as you guys are coming on, I appreciate you dropping your cities and states. What did you think this was going to be? Is it everything that you thought? Was it outside of your scope of thoughts? Is it everything you thought it was going to be? What is it? It started because my dad's I'm on my dad's Social Security, and I don't want to be living on the state anymore. That's a great motivator. That's a great motivator. Grand rising. Latasha, please drop your city and state. Thank you. Let's see. It was more. It's challenging. It is challenging. Tell you what, did my research before starting and watched others who have been in business for a while. I expected challenges. I want to work for myself eventually. Okay, so the next question is, what are you doing? What are you doing to prepare yourself for all of the changes that are happening in business? So we are a sublimation blanks and supply store. This is the latest business that we've started. And I want y'all to understand that we should never be attached, in my opinion. Somebody's not going to read this correctly as they hear it. We should never be attached to the business. The business is a way of creating something for us, whether it's income, whether it's freedom, time freedom, or financial freedom. That business is a way of creating that, just like your job. But just we realize that a job is never going to create that type of freedom for us. We know that. Okay. If we don't know that, then we're going to find out that a job will never create any financial freedom. However, you got to have other streams of income. Now, here's the thing. What I'm learning is that many people start for several reasons. And people that work jobs, they end up defending the decisions that they've made. Just like people who go to college. They go to college, they get a degree, and they don't get a job in that degree right away. They may later on find a job in that degree, but they defend the reasons why they went to school. You Love Sean has joined us on Instagram. Drop the city and state, please. We defend our actions, and later on we find out by defending our actions, we end up staying in the same place because once we start defending our actions, once things have been exposed and we continue to defend our actions, we block all ability to learn. I want y'all to think about that. Let me see. Yes, I've stepped back because I have had challenges in my life. I've had 3,000 equipment and just don't know what to make. Just because I like something doesn't mean everybody else will. Okay, and I agree. Just because somebody else likes it, that doesn't mean everyone else will. But you have to understand how to find a target. You have to create your customer avatar. You got to find your target audience. I started because I'm a recovering addict. I need to keep myself busy. Okay, and that's a great way to do it. But you have to do it in steps. You have to do it in steps. Getting a lot of great answers on here. Lots of great answers. All right, Tanita, thanks for jumping on out of South Jersey. Appreciate it. We got Jackson, Michigan. Bracketville, Texas. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Cypress, Texas. All right, Paquita, thanks for jumping on. Kara McKay, thanks for jumping on. If you haven't done so, drop it. There you go. Bracket, Texas. I got you. I'm going backwards, y'all. I'm going backwards. Grandma Baby, ATL. I remember you. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. Let's see. Guilty. You're so correct. Not looking to be correct, but I just want to, what I want to do is, and thank you, but what I want to do is I want to provoke thought. I want to provoke thought in everyone who is listening, because here's the thing. Lovable Step, thanks for joining. Please drop your city and state. We're talking about business. Is it what you thought it was going to be? Is it what you thought it was going to be? Here's the thing. I want you to think about why you started business, what your goals, your objectives were when you started business, and are you positioning yourselves to get out of the business what you want to get out of it? See, if everybody that's on here, if everybody on here started business just to make some extra money, and you're making some extra money, then that's it. But if you didn't give yourself a goal or an objective or a number, if you didn't specifically say, hey, my objective is to make from this business X amount of dollars every day, X amount of dollars every week, X amount of dollars every month, then extra money is $1. Extra money is just $1. And you made some extra money. I did see your email come across, Tanita. I did see your email come across. After I get off of this, I'll actually check it. Okay. I'll actually check it. Let's see. It's worth it. Yeah, I believe it is. People want me to come up with designs, with unique designs, and all I have is a U.S. cutter, not a Cricut. So what I recommend this. This is what I encourage you to understand. You have to know what your customer avatar is. You have to know that. You have to know. If you don't have a customer avatar, if you don't know what it is, then you have to create that. No customer should be telling you, and I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way, but I don't think any customer should be telling you what to do. That makes sense. No customer should be, you should be telling the customers what you can provide and what your scope is. But no customer should be telling you what to do. That comes along with you finding your audience and who you want to target, your target market is. That's what that comes with. That's what that comes with. So I need you to consider that as you're going forward in your business. Grand Rising Tawana, thanks for jumping on. As you're going forward in your business, you can't let customers dictate what you do. Remember, this is not their business. This unless it is a community business. You can't let them dictate. So you have to be very clear with people, with your customers, what you can and cannot do, or what you are and are not going to do. I started because I thought of working for someone else. The thought of someone working for somebody else depressed me. I hear you. Designing for other people is time consuming. Okay, I got you. Let me see. I did it. I was able to quit Lowe's, raise my kids, and run my business. Well, congratulations. My wife used to work at Lowe's. That's where her retail experience came in from. Let me see all sorts of things I'm working on. Okay. Just reading, guys. So just reading. So I say, here it is, take it or leave it. Okay. Yeah, you cannot successfully make everybody happy. Once you create your customer avatar, once you know who your audience is, your target is, then you can go from there. Give me a second. Let me open my door. So here's a tip. I know you can't see it here. Dire Buzz, it says National BBLLP. Follow us here. This is our business building company. Follow us here on TikTok. Follow us here. We have a website. Once you're there, we give business classes, okay? The business classes are very affordable. We're actually giving $10 classes as little as $10, as small as $10, okay? For the startups, for the people who are bootstrapping the businesses. Listen, business is not just selling stuff. It's not just selling things, okay? It's got to be more than just selling things. You have to learn how to keep the money that you make if you're going to be in business. If you're going to be in business, you have to learn how to keep the money you make. I was on call this morning. I was walking and talking this morning, and a gentleman said that his wife was starting the business, and he just wanted to learn the back end of the business. His concern was the taxes. That was his biggest concern. Well, that's a good thing that he's concerned about his taxes, because that lets me know that he's prepared to report his money. Most people in business, when they first get started, they're not looking to report their income because they don't understand all of the advantages of being a business owner. That's it. That's it. But we're talking about Silaholics Anonymous. Hey, Professor, we're talking about, is business what you thought it was going to be? Are you disappointed? What did you think it was going to be? Did it take you by surprise? Talk to me. We're just being transparent here. Is it everything that you thought it was going to be? Is it something that you thought and you say, hey, you know what? I've changed my mind. I don't want to do it anymore. And also, why did you get started? Why did you actually get started? If you got started just to make some extra money and you didn't put a number on it, $1 is extra money. I thought it would be a crafty, fun time. LOL. Well, I'm sure it is a crafty, fun time. Someone made a comment on one of the posts that we did yesterday. We did a post yesterday, and my wife was right back here, and she was making, she was actually sublimating a bag. And like I said, if you guys are just jumping on, we are a sublimation blanks and supply store, and we have over 200 items in our store. Well, our responsibility. One of the responsibilities that we've accepted is to sublimate everything in this store to make sure it's good quality, make sure it's great quality. Because if we don't sublimate it and we sell it, or we don't sublimate it and we don't know about it, we can't talk about it, then we're charlatans. You don't know what that means? Go look it up. we just to me, I would consider it just a scammer. You're just trying to get people's money. You have to know about your products. Hey, Courtney, thanks for jumping on. Drop your city and state, please. So we were doing it, and we were actually separating the responsibility. She was doing the bag and the earrings, and I was doing the tumbler. She also did the what else did she do? She did a journal as well, but the focus was the bag. The bag is one of our new items. And I posted it. I did a little clip video to do some content on social media, and I posted it. And someone responded, "Hey, it's great to see you crafting. I love to see you craft. I haven't seen you craft in a while." Well, that's not our job. Our job is to make sure that when our customers ask about something in this store, in this sublimation store, this blank store, our job is to make sure that when we sell something, it's great quality. That's our job. If my wife wants to create something, if she wants to design something, she has full control. But I think a lot of people get it mixed up as to what our job is in this industry, the lane that we're in right now. Our lane is to make sure that we can provide a quality product for our customers. So that means that you may not see D in front of this camera doing things. You may not see her because she's behind the scenes doing the back end work of our business. And believe it or not, everybody knows that there's a back end of their business. If they don't know it, they know it now. I didn't say of a side hustle. I didn't say of a side gig. I didn't say of a hobby. This is only for people who have a business and they want to build it. Quality does matter. I'm starting with sublimation, and I love it so far. There's a lot of different things that you can do inside of the world of sublimation. I talked about that this morning. Sublimation is so broad. It's not just t-shirts and tumblers. Let's see. Yeah, we did a bag, earrings, coaster, a tumbler, and a journal. And that's going to be something that we're going to be giving away at the end of October.
Front entrance door.
Well, thank you, Kyra. We appreciate it. My husband handles everything on the back end, so you know what I'm talking about. There is a back end, and that back end has to be taken care of. If that back end is not taken care of, this is only for business owners. Remember, everybody is not into business to build a business. And I said that I can't make that clear enough. Everybody's not into business to build a business. You think just because it's a side hustle or something under the table or something on the side that's not a business, it's still a business. If you're interacting with people other than yourself, if you're interacting with customers, it's still a business. Depending on how you treat it, that's one thing. But here, what I want to share with y'all, because I got to go. Our store is open, okay? And I got to go run the store. So I want you all, only if you want, to learn more about business and financial strategies and tips, join us here. We have a class today. That one is not $9.95. That one is $19.95. We're going to be talking about personal credit and introducing you to business credit. We're going to explain to you why your personal finances should be in a great place before you start building business credit. Okay, that class is $19.95. You can go to this page, this TikTok page. Okay, once you're there, you can either message me to find out, or you can click on our website, the link tree on our website, and actually sign up for the class. That's it. That's what we're pushing out. We want to connect with our customers. We want to connect with other people, and we definitely want to make sure that you understand that there's levels to this thing. Is this what you thought it would be? Sometimes you got to take a step back to readjust to make sure you have everything that you want. Surround yourself around people who are going to add value to your life. Surround yourself around people who are going to put positive tips and knowledge into your life. But at the end of the day, you got to do the research and you got to do the work. YouTube is a great start. YouTube University is a great start. But as you begin to get involved and you turn that thing from a hobby to a side hustle to an actual business, there's going to be some education that you're going to need. So you're going to need some coaches. You're going to need some educators. You're going to need some mentors. You're going to need some guidance. Some of those things that we can provide. some of those things that we can't. But you know, you're not going to find everything in everything in one person. But you have to take it seriously if you want to do something. Like I said, if you're just looking to get into this thing to get some extra money, be specific with your dollar amount. If you want $100 more a day, if you want $1,000 more a day, if you want, $10,000 a month, be specific, but also be realistic. Hey, look, guys, this is Eric coming in from the Blank Spot, the Sublimation Blanks and Supply Store. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. Like, share, and tag. We do have a YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. Hit that subscription and that bell to be notified so you can actually know when we're coming on live. We are doing our best to give you guys some value and give you some thought-provoking information. Thought-provoking, okay? This is only for people who are interested in learning how to run their businesses. That's it. If you just came by to check us out, we appreciate it. We're not going to run your way. But if you are looking for something to improve your current situation where you are, make sure you go ahead and tune in here. Tune in here. And if not, see what you can catch on this channel. But I won't be talking about a whole bunch of in detail things about business and finance on this channel because we have another business. So, like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Once again, like, share, comment, tag, subscribe, and we'll see you guys at the top because there's too many people, entirely too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.